Now the $1,000 question. Why are we not seeing the continuation of Peili? Oh my God. I cannot count the number of times I've received this question, both on social media and then even physically, okay? Someone even threatened to do something to me if I don't continue Peili. But guess what? It pains me that I'm really going to say this on social media, but it has come to a point where I have to say it because my reputation, the studio's reputation is all at stake. But this is the truth, and I'm going to act professionally in this case. One, Peili was a pilot episode, okay? That was a pilot episode to test, to see if people were interested in the story and whether we can continue it, period. The feedback was clear, loud, very clear. Everybody wanted it. Everybody loved it. Continue it. We just didn't rest. Immediately, we started making preparations. We were putting everything together. Then, boom, this is where the issue came in. One of the actors came and told me that, hey, if I wanted him again, I was not going to get him unless I go through his management. New management. Because I didn't get him initially through that management. I had him through just normal conversation with him, okay? So he said he had a new management. So I said, okay, fine. We're just preparing to get on to the next episodes. So if you say we need to see your new management, then why don't we meet them? And then we met the management. And then they gave us a prize, okay, at which we can get him. And then the price was holistic. This amount, we pay this amount and we'll get him in the whole movie. But then we told him that no, there were instances where in the episodes, in the continuing episodes, the person might have fewer scenes or more scenes. So we wanted to pay based on scenes. So they went and came back again, and then they told us that this is the amount we pay per each scene. And then when we did the calculations, the budget shot up so high that we just couldn't afford anymore. We just couldn't afford anymore. And the reason why we couldn't afford anymore was that as human as I am, I didn't see it wise to pay that particular actor, to Frank. I'm actually referring to Baje. I didn't see it wise to pay him that particular amount he was requesting for, and then pay maybe Mbanasam or pay King or Sagani a very low price. I wanted to be as fair as possible. None of them actually charged me. None of them, let me repeat it and put it on record. None of the actors came here to charge me. I mostly would tell them my proposed budget. The studio would tell them that, okay, look, this is how much we can afford to pay you. And then we let them understand that it's not something like we're really paying, but we're just compensating you. And then they agree and then we go to shoot. But this is the instance where when we're ready to continue the next one, Baje comes in, tells me that the next time I want him, I can't get him. I cannot just come straight to him. I need to talk to his managers, his new managers. And I said, this was a brilliant idea. It's good that everybody should have someone to manage him, because that's the standards in the trade. That's the standard in the industry. So the budget just shot up too high that I really couldn't afford. And till now, as we speak, we cannot afford. So the reason why we really cannot continue Peili is simply because we do not have the money. We cannot afford it for now. So we are calling on investors. We are looking out to see those who can help us. I'm making a different video to talk about details of what really went through. And then I'll also be talking about some investors who actually came our way wanting to help us shoot Peili, but they wanted a complete change of actors. They wanted to bring in their own actors, and then we just discard our own, but then the studio had to turn them down. So this clearly shows that we're not really interested in the money, but we're interested in more of retaining the originality of the story, because the characters, the actors they wanted to introduce into the story wouldn't have fitted. They didn't have the look, and I just wanted to maintain the look. I wanted to maintain the characters in it, and to be frank, it's part of the reasons why I'm still looking out for investors to help us, okay, continue Peili. So for those who have always been asking and always asking me that do I have a problem with Baje, I don't have any problem with Baje. Baje simply came and told me that I couldn't get him anymore. I needed to pass through his managers, and they gave me a price. And when I multiplied that price per the number of scenes he has, and the fact that I had to readjust everybody's pay, I just couldn't afford it. So the little money that we have, that is what we have invested into our upcoming movie called Gangdu. Okay, so people are asking me, hey, you didn't finish Peili, why are you doing this new movie? I'm doing this new movie because the actors understood me. We used some of the members we had in OBL Studios production house, Ospro, and everybody really contributed. It's not as if I really had money to fund Gangdu completely. Almost all the actors sacrificed for me one way or the other. They transported themselves to the location, they fed themselves, and we took note of all those expenses. We didn't have the money at that point, but then we took note of all those expenses. So Gangdu is an effort made by people who are willing to, people who believe in me, people who believe in our story. They think that they can project themselves through my films. Okay, so please, those who have been asking me, oh, you've not finished Peili, why are you doing Gangdu? This is the main reason. The simple reason is that we do not have the capital to continue it, and we are looking for investors.